All right, there we go. We are live. Another edition of Smarter Than You, Adam Hill and JVT after we ruined Cofield and Company. Back again. Big win for VGK and OT, huh? Stone with the nice assist. Pacioretty with the winner.
Stone with like 9 assists. He was ridiculous. Yep. But yeah, it was a pretty crazy comeback for the Golden Knights, who had a terrible second period, just awful, and found a way. Came out in the third period, and they were pretty garbage in the third too. And then somehow the last 10 minutes, they had about 8.5 minutes of zone time, and found a way to cut it to 1. And then with the empty net, they with the extra attacker on, found a way to tie it and then won it in overtime. Mark Stone, you mentioned the overtime assist. He made that play. I mean, he fought through the neutral zone, fought off 2 defenders, made a perfect pass to Pacioretty for the goal. He had 5 primary assists in this game, which, hockey assists, you can, the second guy gets an assist, and sometimes it's kind of cheap, but 5 assists, and they were all like really good. Found guys right in front, right on their stick. I mean, he was incredible today. And funny, after the game, Pete DeBoer's kind of asked about, what he told Stone, like, how did he inspire this game? And he goes, I actually told him he needs to shoot more. And then he comes out and gets 5 assists. So great win. And I think the more, the bigger story from tonight, which, everybody was talking about after the game, was, of course, this is the first time fans were in the arena here at T-Mobile.
What was it like?
And, it's weird because it's so few people, and, it looks like an old Coyotes game with, so few people here.
How many?
2,600 fans, which is about 15% capacity, but they were still pretty loud, and they were into the game. Of course, they had a pretty wild, crazy game to cheer for, so it's not like there was, nothing to root for. But yeah, they were definitely here, and some of the people, like I was talking to around the arena, some of the workers were saying, like, you can. It's cool having them here, but it's just cool, like, you can smell popcorn now, like you couldn't before, because nobody was going to concession stands and things like that. So, certainly a cool night, and all the players talked about how good it was to have fans there. The players acknowledged the fans both before the game and after the game. Kind of fired up about people being here, and stood at center ice and kind of acknowledged everybody. So it was clear that they were here. And 363 days it's been, John, since there were fans here at a game.
Wow. So let me ask you, because I have had the honor of going to one live sporting event during the pandemic. It was UNLV Fresno State football game. Okay. That was weird. Like, that was that big cavernous stadium. And I would assume it's better because you've been to all these sporting events. I would assume the NHL game tonight was a little bit better because, no offense, UNLV kind of stinks, and Fresno State wasn't that great this year. The energy wasn't really there. I would assume there was some sort of different energy than some of the other events you've been to, right?
Yeah, for sure. You could just tell they were here. Like I said, even though there were so few, you could just tell that there was a different, like, feeling, a different vibe. And you used the word energy. I didn't want to repeat it, but I mean, that's what it is. You feel an energy, and it's just different. And to your point about being to one game, when I've been to so many things during the, not to, whatever, make it about me, but I've been to so many different events during the shutdown, during the pandemic, that I've just gotten used to it. Like, it's normal to me. Like you said, how weird it was at football. It was super weird. The first couple UFC fights I went to,
I can't imagine those.
The first couple football games I went to, super weird. I've been to basketball games. I've covered every Vegas Golden Knights home game.
Dude, I totally go to an Apex UFC match, Empty Crown. That'd be dope. I would love to see that. That's got to be such a weird venue with those guys.
It is, but I actually was talking to some fighters this week. And by the way, that's the one sport we actually get to do live interviews again, which is really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Got to go through the testing protocols. And reminds me, I got to get tested tomorrow. Crap. But you got to go through the testing protocols and do all that. But you actually get to do live interviews again. So it's just, and by the way, it is totally different for those out there that, are sports fans that pay attention to interviews. Like, the interviews are so different on Zoom than they are in real life, in person. And, talking to some of the fighters, and they had a good point. Those first couple fights in Jacksonville are some of the weirdest things I've ever been to.
Oh, I bet.
But at the Apex is different. Like, it's kind of feels like it feels normal because it's such a small venue, and there's so many people there. I mean, between the commission, between the referees that aren't working that particular fight and are kind of waiting for their turn, the judges that are rotating around, There's like 4 media people at every event. There's a couple PR staff. So there's probably 75 people in that venue. But it feels like there's people there. It's way different than an arena, where in an empty arena, sometimes late night happy hour star Willie Ramirez leaving here. In that empty arena in Jacksonville, 20,000 empty seats, totally different experience than the Apex, which is only built for like 600. To have about 75 people in there, it doesn't feel weird. But T-Mobile has felt weird. Certainly watching hockey, and today was just was definitely different. And started from the beginning. As much as I hate it, the fans here, for those that are out of town, chant Knights during the national anthem when it says night. And Ryan Reeves and Will Carrier, 2 of the Golden Knights forwards, have been doing it themselves when the fans aren't here, just to kind of represent the fans. And tonight they didn't do it because they knew the fans were gonna pick it up and get right back to the tradition. And you saw they zoomed the camera in on Carrier and Reeves like they always do, because they've been carrying the torch. And tonight they zoomed it in on them, and they both just let the fans do it. So that was kind of a moment of just saying, all right, they're back, and you can move forward here, and hopefully soon they'll add to it, get more fans, start building toward getting full attendance back.
All right. Let's say, John, what's up, guys? Happy Monday. What's up, John? How's it going? Let's see. I would assume Brady means the people like the Lift the Bobby people. Brady says the Jumbotron horse is even more annoying at 15% capacity.
Yeah.
I still think a classic is Lift the Bobby. If I was ever honored at Thomas and Mack, I would have lifted the fudge out of that Bobby.
They don't have that at T-Mobile. I do love that. I do love that gimmick, though.
Yeah, would have loved it. Tail the Pick says Memphis -1 versus the Wizards. Wow, tell me why. Interesting. I actually thought the Wizards should at least be favored, but
while you're doing that, I don't know if I can call up comments or not. I can't. Brady asked about the Wolverine wannabe. Hey, that guy's a good fan. To answer that question, do you know who this person is, John?
Right, like the super Wolverine looking guy. Right, yeah.
I don't think he was here. The VGK Warmies guy was here. I don't know if you know that one. He's one of the popular, Jumbotron guys and a Twitter guy. He was definitely here, but I didn't see many of the standard usual. So yeah, this is an interesting question from Franco about did they still pump in the crowd noise in the arena? I think in the first period they did, and I think they stopped because it did sound like it early on. And then after that, I think they stopped it.
Dude, UNLV, at least when they would do that, like they would do that, pump the crowd noise into the actual arena. I hated that. At least in my one experience. The thing that drove me nuts is it like this at every sporting event. They always had noise, like 100% of the time. It was music, ad, crowd noise, music, ad. Like I was just like, bro, we'll take silence every once in a while. I think you can do that.
Yeah, I think you're right. And then that also, and we talked, man, I think you were on the show. Maybe we talked about this back in June when they were talking about bringing sports back and putting in crowd noise. And we were like, man, it's going to be a tough job because if you're off at all, it's trouble. And you've noticed it at the Golden Knights games. Like, I don't know how much it comes across on TV, but they're really good at it. But at the same time, it's late, so you take a shot on goal and the goalie makes a great save. You get 6 seconds later, you're like, no, that would happen right when the play happened.
Right,
it wouldn't happen 6 seconds later, but it does take time to process if you're pushing the buttons and stuff. So. It's crazy. Oh, Tree, you gotta bet that back. You could have got plus $11. You gotta hedge that.
Brady got $5.75. It looks like.
There you go. Yeah, I know Justin Watkins got plus $11 when they were down 2.
Truth from Duluth. Never counted on any team. Got 6-1. Yeah, that's good.
And by the way, I do forget. Some people just make bets and try to watch the game. I don't even do that anymore. I'm live betting. If I'm on action in a game, I'm live betting every second.
I obviously I don't watch as much hockey. What is the comeback ability of teams in hockey? How often does this happen? Down multiple goals.
Golden Knights, it happens quite a bit. Actually, this year I was actually reading a stat the other day that there's been more 3-goal comebacks this year than ever before, and last year there was a bunch too.
Well, so VGK, I would assume, is their style, right? They the way they play offensively, they could probably come back from pretty big deficits because they put so much on net, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And they like I said, they didn't tonight for the second period and the first half of the third period. They really put nothing. And then all of a sudden, like they were in the offensive zone like the entire final 8.5 minutes. So that was kind of crazy. But yeah, no,
Emptied the account on the Wild, huh?
that happens too. I forget that happens also.
Over 8.5 plus 5. Really, over 8.5 plus 525 for LP Pickle Gamer, huh?
Oh wow, nice. That's real nice. You got there. The late goal for forced overtime. That's real good.
Oh man, this is a good track. But keep going. Sorry, we're sidetracking everything. Want to interact with the people. You know what I mean?
No, it's good. That's what we're here for. We like the people. Yeah, Golden Knights also give up lead. Like no lead is safe at the Fortress, John. That's the key.
Did you see the end of the Spurs game since you were so busy?
So I did. Oddly enough, first of all, is that not a foul?
Which sequence?
Looked like James Harden like clotheslined DeJounte Murray.
Nah, come on now. That's the MVP you're talking about here.
I only watched. So to be fair, I only watched like a little Twitter video. You know, you can't always see, but it looked like he came up to the top of the key and just like kind of shoulder blocked him, knocked Murray down. Then Murray like regained his footing and made the shot. It looked like a foul to me. And then what on the offensive end, I also couldn't tell, but that looked like it could have been goaltend.
Yeah. All right, let's see this. I'm going to pull this up right now. Sorry, I'm trying to get this up so people can actually see what we're talking about.
No, you're good. You're good. I just, like I said, I only watched it on a little clip. Yes, it was the first. It was the first win in the gold helmets, which are awful. The gold helmets are just terrible.
Dude. Yeah, first one. Yeah, I don't like those. And to be fair, I don't like gold anything really, like the shine. You know what I mean? I don't like the Notre Dame helmets. I think are ugly. Those kind of things, I just don't like those types of things, you know?
Yeah, me neither. So yeah, here was the play. And first of all, weren't they down like 7 with a minute to go?
Like something like that. They were down by a good chunk. I was watching, but I was watching off and on because I was paying attention to a couple of other games. So to get the specifics, I'll go look it up. But I know they went on an 8-0 run late to tie the game back up with the Nets, and then, you know, madness ensues. All right, let's see this. All right, so Kyrie, he's going to miss this. They're going to get out in transition. DeJounte Murray. I don't think that's not a foul. He's entitled to that position.
He threw the shoulder out.
No, he didn't throw the shoulder.
Yes, he
no,
did.
I disagree. He stopped.
He did.
He stopped, but I don't think he threw the shoulder. He stops. He doesn't throw it though. He straightens up.
I think he gave a little rub.
That's ridiculous. Well, of course. So as we play this one more time, and as we watch DeJounte Murray, who's a sneaky good player, I like him, hit this ridiculous shot. So that ties the game, goes into overtime, and the Spurs fail to cover.
Yeah, of course. Overtime is where underdogs go to die.
It is every time.
Yeah.
Matt Humans have told me that one. I'm sure he totally originated it.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous.
I still want that foul called.
Nah, I don't think so.
And did on the other end, did he even touch that shot?
Who's that?
The Kyrie shot. It wasn't Murray that tried to block it, but did they touch that attempt by Kyrie? Or was it
I thought it just hit back iron and came back out. Yeah. By the way, I think it was asked. What's it called? Let's see where we at. Brady. I bet him at 33-1. Just put a little on him. I believe Mitch Moss has him at 75-1. He was at William Hill, and I don't have money in my William Hill account. And we were talking about it, and he bet it. So he's got 75-1. I've got 33-1. I think the case is real, bro. Jalen Rose put him on top of his MVP list on Sunday morning basketball. I don't know what the hell the show's called.
To answer Brady's question, we're trying. Like, I didn't know it was so hard. I thought you just go buy one. I didn't know you'd have to. He said, "Did you buy any moments?" Last week we said we were going to try to buy into this Top Shot or whatever it's called. A couple times this week because you got the account, right?
No, I haven't signed up.
Oh, yet. I thought you did. That's why I kept texting you this week. Like, oh, there's about to be a drop.
Oh, I failed you. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. But I thought you just go like, oh, if you want to buy this, you just go buy it. But you have to wait till there's like a moment when it happens and all these people are waiting, and then you like most of the people don't even get to buy it.
But like my problem is, from what I've seen, like people keep tweeting out like I got in, but like they're all just buying like they're all getting just like common ones. I'm like, I don't want a common one. Like,
no, we want the most expensive one.
Right. Like, let's go, bro. I want to get in on here. I want to drop a couple $100,000. Like,
well, there's like the common ones we saw this week, what they're like 70 or 90, somewhere like that.
Yeah.
And there's something like the mid hundreds. And then there's the $230 pack. That's the one we want.
So my strategy is, and I guess this is probably everybody's strategy, but we can go on the market and just buy individual ones, correct? Because I wanted to go and buy up like some cheap like Sadiq Bey highlights and like just sit on them for like 2 years, you know, like things like that.
Sadiq Bey,
dude, Sadiq Bey is gonna be fucking good. You know,
I agree with this. Like the whole concept is ridiculous.
Yeah.
By the way, like because we're trying to get into this Top Shot, which is so dumb. I've been reading a lot more about Bitcoin and just how stupid it is.
Yeah,
I know people love it. It's great. And listen, if you got in early and you made a bunch of money, that's awesome. But like the whole concept is just so weird. It's not based on anything. It's just some dude made it like in his basement. And by the way, did you know that nobody even knows who made it?
Top Shot?
No. I'm talking about Bitcoin.
Oh, Bitcoin. Oh, okay, okay.
Like because Top Shot is like the same. It's a crypto like kind of.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Hold on. They don't know who made Bitcoin.
So and here's the crazy shit. So I was reading this last night. They don't know. It was made under like a fake name, and whoever made it owns like 5% of the supply. So right now he technically owns 1 million Bitcoin. And like as much as it goes up, he could just cash it in. And if he does decide, he might be dead. Yeah. And if he does decide to like sell them all, like the price plummets because now the market is flooded with all this Bitcoin. So like the guy and it like there's two theories. One, he could be doing it because he's like, hey, this is really cool. I'm just going to get out of the way because he was making all these statements from like 2007 to 2012, like under, you know, posting things on message boards and emailing people and stuff. And then he just went radio silent, which means he could have died, or he could have just decided like, hey, I'm going to get out of the way. Like I made this cool thing. Everybody's running with it and it's awesome. And I love what I've done and I'm getting out of the way. Or he could be like the evil side of like, all right, I'm going to get out of the way. Let people go crazy with this. And then I'm going to become a multi-billionaire based on all this craziness. So if he did it for good, if he left for good reasons, like that's cool. He's out of the way. But if it's for nefarious reasons, like he could just screw over everyone and just sell it all.
So this Bitcoin thing is like on this precarious bubble of this guy either being dead, good, or evil.
Yeah. Completely.
This is ridiculous.
It's completely ridiculous. But like so many people are so into it that I was like, well, I at least should learn what it is and find out about it. And so I've been reading a lot about it, and it's just like it's so crazy. Like I just learned all this stuff the last couple of days.
What is this? So there are two guys, says Brady, that have a large amount of Bitcoin they can't access. One tossed his computer in an English landfill. Yeah. The other forgot his passcode and has failed 9 out of 10 attempts. And is this like in a documentary or something? Where are you guys getting all this?
No, there's a story. If the guy has one more attempt, and if he doesn't get it, like it's password encrypted, right? So if he has 10 tries to open it, he's already tried 9 passwords, none of them were right, and he lost the password. So if he tries one more time, it's gone forever.
Okay, so that's on him. Let me ask.
100%.
How many different variations of passwords do you have? Like I have 4 main passwords where I'll use slight variations.
I have 3.
Okay. How many how many passwords do you have for stuff? Because obviously you have to keep changing. You know what I mean? And every once in a while you got to fix things or do whatever. You have to refresh your password. To have 9 out of 10 attempts, like I don't have that many variations where I would fail and get locked out of 10 attempts. If you gave me 10 attempts, I'd be able to log in, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Evil side minus 350. That's probably true.
Treason. Oh, I got 3.
Wow. 25.
25 different? What?
Good Lord, man.
Oh, that's dangerous. Yeah. You have 25 passwords written on one piece of paper or 25 passwords written on 25 pieces of paper?
Then somebody just throws it away. You have a cleaning lady come in and she's like, oh, this is just old trash. I'm throwing this away.
It used to be that if you knew my password, like it was just one. And if you knew it, like my life was just over.
Well, yeah. But I mean, now you get like everything's so encrypted. You get like emails like somebody's trying to sign into your account. And
dude, I have a Steam account, like an old Steam account from when I was like a teenager. And every day I get a email from a foreign language that just says someone has accessed your Steam account. I'm like, I don't care. They're gonna find like old copies of Team Fortress 2 and like Quake. Like they can do whatever they want with it.
Oh, passwords are the worst, but like they drive me nuts. I will tell you the ones that really drive me nuts is when you have to change it every 30 days or whatever.
Yeah, there you go. LV Pickle Gamer. Problem is the ones that force you to change every so often.
There you go. And it just drives me nuts because I'm like, okay, well, and then you already used this one. Like, yeah, I know. That's my password. That's why I already used it. What are you talking about?
Dude, by the way, how shitty is because I guess like sometimes I'm like my fat fingers, I'm hitting typos or something. So like where you go to log into something and you forget the password apparently. So you go to reset it, and then you try to reset it to something that you know, and it's like, don't use a previous password. I was like, fuck you. I was just typing that in.
Right. Can you call it Brady's last comments? This is a good topic of discussion because my answer is abso-fucking-lutely yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
In a second, I would. No doubt about it.
Just like a boop, boop, boop.
Give me that chip.
This'll happen before we die, right?
I think so. I mean, I've changed all mine on my phone. I don't know about you. Like, I use the thumbprint.
Yeah.
Yeah, on everything that I can. Like
I
log in.
I actually have my iPad. I have it set to my left big toe. I have my finger and my left big toe.
So somebody kills you and just sticks your toe on there.
Yeah, they'll never know.
That's weird. How are you going to log in? You don't use it. You don't actually like take your sock off. And
it's my finger and my big toe.
Oh, okay, I got
it. Yeah. Okay. So I got two. You can put in multiple fingerprints.
That's good. I'm definitely throwing the chip on for sure.
People have been doing it for 5 years.
All right. I mean, I'm in. Give me the chip. Like I don't care. Like I'm like running to get the vaccine as soon as I can. What do I care? It doesn't matter. Do whatever you want to. Make my life easier.
I want like full on future shit. Like give me something like an implant in my forearm. I can like project some shit out and I can, you know what I mean?
Oh, 100%.
Get some future shit going.
Yeah, 100%. I would be totally down with that. I'm not worried about any of that stuff. What are we talking about? Oh, then you have your toe. Your toe can look.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought they meant get out of here. 41 passwords? No, you don't.
Oh my god, dude! What are people doing? This is nuts.
Spider-Man JV2.
You tapping your toe. I mean, it is concerning with like everything that's on your phone. So like, my phone got stolen in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Sad because then I jumped onto my tablet and tracked my phone driving away down the coast, which really sucked.
Boy.
The track my phone feature is just the worst. And then you're like, oh my god, people can get into like all of your apps because if your apps aren't password protected inside your phone, like you figure, oh, once I'm in my phone, it's me, and I can just get in on my app. So I changed that, obviously. No, It was actually a long time ago in Cancun, like 3 years ago.
Yeah, this house, Cameron Fletcher, it'd be a coup de toe.
That's a Seinfeld reference. Yeah, so it's if you hack a phone, you get everything. Yeah, I know, and that's why that's the scary thing, and that's why I changed all mine to thumbprint protection. But it's rough, man.
This is the one. This is the big one too.
Bumble, bro. Apple
Facial ID makes you forget all your passwords. Yep. Yeah. Just like phones. Like I know. Here's the other thing. How many? You're a little bit older, so I think you probably have more.
So how many phone numbers do I know off the top of my head?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with. Let's see. I think 4.
That's it?
I think so.
No, more than that. Truthfully, I remember mine too.
Ooh,
actually, do I? Oh yeah, 873-5493.
Is that still your mom's number?
And 253-6905. Those were the two.
Is that your mom's number now? You can't.
No, those were they're landlines. So I don't know. You'll call it and somebody will pick up. I don't know who.
Yeah, tell the pick said if I would go to jail, I don't know what number to call. I kind of do. Like, I mean, I know Cofield's.
Okay.
And I know my mom's.
Okay. I know yours starts with a 2. doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. I know that you're such a.
It's something. So like, yeah, I mean, that's the people. I guess that's who I would end up calling. You gotta call people you can remember their number.
I know.
I know so few.
I know my mom, my dad, my stepmom, my stepdad. I know Isabel. Let's see. So that's 5. And then I know like work numbers, like, but those are like easy. Like Isabel's work number is 797-7777 because it's Red Rock.
Okay.
Like, things like that.
Well, that's what like Brady just said, Abbey Dental and Glenn Lerner. Like, yeah, like, okay, I know jingles. I know some jingle numbers. But
Glenn
I'm saying
Lerner is the way to go. Call 877-152. Dude, that guy's been.
By the way, I think I've said this before, I know I've said it on the Raiders.
Bill doesn't know his parents' cell phone number.
That's amazing. So who was it on here? Oh, LV Pickle Gamer said, "Oh, you've got the 2, only 999,000 to go." My number's not that hard. Like in the paper when I write stories, I literally list my cell phone number as a contact.
Adam's last 4 digits are Hill.
It's not.
It's 253 Hill.
No, it's in the newspaper. My cell phone number is in the paper every day.
Oh yeah, you guys got to be all ethical, huh? You got to be easy to contact.
Well, you have to leave an office number, and I don't want to have an office number. I don't have an office, so I do have to leave a number to contact me if you want to complain about my story or talk whatever.
Oh boy.
Oh, it's my legit cell phone number. Absolutely.
Brady's going to totally text you.
That's fine. I don't care. That's why it's in there.
Oh, that's why that's why you had those voicemails.
Oh yeah,
the Marc-Andre Fleury lady.
Marc-Andre Fleury lady. Yeah, I get so many. Of them. But I mean, I usually don't. That's fine. I usually don't answer. I let it go to voicemail. But yeah, it's fine. You can.
Brady.
Oh no.
You're into big dick pics. I think you're about to.
I probably should have said it. But I mean, I've said it on our Raiders podcast a lot. Like, because people are like, "Oh, I want to call in and complain." I'm like, "Go ahead, call my cell phone number. It's in the paper."
Tail the pics. I've heard the voicemails myself.
Oh, dude.
They complain. This one lady would call Adam. I think you got like what? How many voicemails of this lady do you have? Like complaining and talking about the controversy behind Marc-Andre Fleury.
It's from year 1. I still have them. She hated Fleury.
They're never gonna win in that.
She thought that Marc-Andre Fleury was a glory hog who was losing games on purpose to get attention. Hold on, let me see.
They're legitimately good.
No, that's not one.
Saved.
I've got some.
Adam spend for a vanity number. I don't think John, that'd be good.
About those golden nuts.
Oh, that's a different one. Let's see.
Hello, Adam. How's it going?
Oh, no.
Well, we're about to get an embarrassing voicemail.
Hey, Adam, I'm reading your article here in the paper.
That was another one. Let's see. What is this?
Hey, Adam, I'm reading your article here in the paper about the tickets at the T-Mobile Arena. What the hell is the difference if they resell the tickets? Why, because MGM can't get their cut out of it? What they're doing with these tickets here? I'll tell you what, Adam. I wouldn't go to a fucking T-Mobile game at MGM because MGM owns the stadium. If you gave me the tickets for nothing, I'll be an employee for MGM for 15 years.
This is the kind of stuff we get all the time. It's great. I wish I had some of the lady. I don't know if I.
Really
it's here.
Yeah.
Golden nights. Most of us don't have the money to go, and we're interested in basketball right now. Even Channel 8 has basketball. Give us a break. And now the tennis is on at the Miami Open. But give us a break. We're bored. We're nauseous from them. We really would like a break from the nights. You're batting the wrong thing. Honest, you are.
I love that lady.
She's so good.
We really are tired of these.
Hold on.
Yeah, give us a break.
Reading the article about those golden nights.
So many of them.
Same guy.
I know. Oh, there's a lot from the same people for sure. I like to say I thought I had some more from that lady. I love her. She's the best.
That's pretty good. I like that. Give us a break. You gotta send. Can you send that to? Can you send those? You should send that to Ari. You got to put that in the open. Give us a break.
Good. Give us a break. I gotta find some better. I need to. If I would have known we were gonna do this, I would actually found the good ones from that lady and I mean, she was convinced Fleury was throwing games. Oh my, Willie, this is his mom. That'd be funny.
You watch him play out there, and it just doesn't make any sense the way he moves in the net.
Yeah, I get some good ones. So hopefully, maybe I'll get some new ones from her, and I'll save them.
Oh man. Okay. All right. Let me see. Oh, dude, you know what? What is this? Something's trendy. Okay, this is weird. So I clicked on Twitter. You ever watch? Did you ever see what happened on MTV the other day? How they released their television schedule?
What? They still have
like,
shows?
Dude, it's like what's it called? It seems like 18 of the 24 hours in a day are ridiculousness from Rob Dyrdek.
Dude, it's always on. It's always fucking on. It's unbelievable. Every time I very rarely throw it on, but if I'm scrolling through the channels, I actually don't hate the show. It's fine,
right?
But it's always fucking on,
dude. Like Isabel the other day for the first time in a long time, like just put on MTV for some reason, and it was like every time I turned it back on because we just left it on accident, it was ridiculousness. There was never a time which ridiculousness was not playing on that television. It was ridiculous. Get it?
Ridiculous. Good one. Chanel West Coast all day laughing.
I didn't realize she was famous, by the way. I didn't know that she was like a thing.
From the show.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Never mind. I'm trying to find the picture, by the way.
What, hot blonde girl that laughs all the time. Like, okay. It does, man. It did used to be Teen Mom. A lot. That was on a lot. And that show was awful. But yeah. Who was the other one? Oh, Somebody So Wild and Out was on a lot too. It's just the same shows over and over. They have like 3 shows. Like, I don't know. Like, I was gonna say, I don't know how people still watch it. I don't think they do. Nobody watches that channel, right?
I don't think so. I used to love MTV.
Me too.
Remember Scarred? Scarred was dope.
Yes.
Scarred was so good.
True Life?
Yo, true, dude. I will always say, I swear to God, the True Life on I'm a Professional Eater is one of the best documentaries.
With Kobayashi. The chef challenges him?
Dude, everything. The chef challenges with the noodles, with the ridiculous sushi bar on the conveyor belt where he's just plating them and plating them and plating them. That was one of the best documentaries I've ever seen. That was crazy.
Remote Control. Come on. That was like 1986. That was off before John. Do you even know the show?
No, I have no idea. What is that?
Wow.
I know. What about Pop-Up Video?
That was VH1. I love Pop-Up Video. I think it's coming back too. Remote Control was like Colin Quaid. It was like a game show. It was actually, I loved it, but it's very old show. It was great. But okay. To be fair, yes, Jersey Shore was good. Now they've had like 7 different versions of it.
They got Floribama Shore now.
By the way, you know where they're doing the Jersey? I don't know if it's still the episodes are still airing from there, but they were doing Jersey Shore from Lake Las Vegas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was like this whole season, I think.
Okay, hold on. I finally found what I had stumbled. I'm looking for. I'm going to pull this up now.
Adam Sandler was on Remote Control. It's true. Not Daria. There was a show called, I think it was called 3 South, which was a cartoon on MTV that was awesome, but it ended very quickly.
I was big on I was a big like road rules, road war challenge or whatever that
Real World Road Rules.
There you go.
Rules challenge.
Yeah. Like I didn't know the people, but the challenges were cool. Those were dope. But then all you realize it was just like watching young people fornicate and not really do much. And I was like, all right, I'm maturing past this. I'm going to watch Tila Tequila's Love Fest instead.
It was a shot of love. Shot of love, bro.
Sorry.
Come on.
Shot of love, flavor of love. What's it called?
That's not real.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
What's that one show that's not ridiculousness on Saturday?
Look at this is all this
the Fresh Out playlist.
Look at this. From Sunday from 6 a.m. to 6 a.m. It is ridiculousness. On Saturday.
This can't be real.
It is. They play movies during the week. That's what these gray areas are. Jersey Shore Family Vacation block right there. Teen Mom OG on a Tuesday. Catfish. And it's just all ridiculous.
I gotta tell you, I love Catfish. It's a great show.
I didn't know it was still on, but apparently it doesn't play that much, right? From 3 a.m. to
Well, what I mean,
8 a.m.
okay. Now these shows aren't great, like Team Mom OG, whatever. But like you could play them more.
Yeah,
right?
how much
It's on 4 times. I would just play it 8 times. Like throw me an hour on Saturday.
It's actually a good observation from our end. Bad Boys 1, Bad Boys 2, Bad Boys 1, Bad Boys 2.
I mean, this is ridiculousness.
KC Chief, the orange color is all ridiculousness. The show for Rob Dyrdek. That's all reruns.
Yeah, did somebody say it? Yeah, Brady. How the fuck much is he paying?
Dude,
is he getting paid for this? What if they give him a terrible deal and he only gets paid for the new episodes, not the reruns, and that's why they just play it over and over again? They don't have to pay for it.
Dude, do you think he just like cranks out like how many new episodes? Like that's the other thing. Like he would eventually run out of content, right? Like the internet. Where do you find all these videos? Like, and the material. It's so good and so well thought out. Like all these writers just churning out all the jokes. It's hilarious.
Well, also, what are the ratings? Like it must be doing well, right? If they're just going to show it over and over again.
It's not. They might as well change it to like our TV. I don't really understand.
Like I'm not kidding. When I was, I'm trying to think like, early 20s, and I think Mitch was in on this with me. We were proposing, and this is before like you could buy the whole series, or even like before now you can just it's on demand, whatever. We were like, why isn't there just a Seinfeld channel?
Yeah.
We just play Seinfeld all the time. That would do better than ridiculousness all the time, would?
Dude, did you ever watch Wondershowzen?
Absolutely, I did.
It's such a good show.
It's tremendous.
That is one of the best television shows I've ever seen in my life.
But they have all these. So why not?
I know.
Why not show all this this catalog?
Yep. Like Wondershowzen was so good. And that was like about the time where they started to come out with those shows on MTV too. Like Wondershowzen. What's it called? Who are those British jackass type guys? But they were a little extreme. You remember those guys?
No.
Like there was one where they were just shooting dudes in the foot with nail guns. Like they were just running up on guys barefoot and just like nail gunning his big toe through the floor. And it was like, what the fuck? Like, this is ridiculous.
And how about and I know it's the oldest joke ever. Like, why do they stop showing videos? But can they get like an hour a week or an hour a day or something? Dude.
Tail the pit. I'm telling you, look it up. It's Wondershowzen is great. It look up the bit with the puppet in the park. The guys is so good. Stop following me. He's like, I'm not following you.
I'm gonna see. There's no way. There's any way you could watch that still, right?
Wondershowzen?
Like, is it anywhere?
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I think it's what's it called here? I'm gonna look this up right now.
Okay, that's good. I mean, we're seeing a lot of good beat kids. It's so good. It was Kids Beat. Like, so Treason is talking about here. It was a segment called Kids Beat, but it would be like beat kids. It's so good. I mean, obviously not doing it justice, but it was tremendous on the show. God, and
do you remember DOGOGBYN?
Yeah, of course. But can you not? They can't throw this. Can they not throw like Jackass episodes up anymore?
Right.
Like there's so many things they have in their library.
Well, see, that's it. You know what? That's another good era of MTV television because, like, spinning off from Jackass, Wild Boys was a really solid show for a good chunk. Bam Margera before he went insane was really good as well. And his show with his, was it Ryan Dunn before he passed away and everything like that. Yeah, Margera and the whole, the CKY thing. Yeah, MTV had a good golden era. I'm pulling up Wondershowzen right now so you guys can see it. But yeah, MTV was really good for a while when it came to actual quality content, and now it's this. All right, so this is Wondershowzen. Totally worth your time if any of you don't. This is the puppet we're speaking of, Clarence, when he goes to the park. It's so great. Asking people if they'll accept Jesus. It's so good.
What was that article? Look at news. Was it news or was it
Okay. Let's
There's
see.
some article that's here the unhinged eerily prescient.
Wondershowzen, dude. It's if any of you haven't seen it, I would totally recommend it. Oh, that's a good one, Cameron. Celebrity Deathmatch.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was great.
it didn't have much shelf life because it was kind of all the same.
Yeah.
But it was still good for a while.
Yep.
I mean, God, man.
But
I think the point is that I'm gonna go watch it too. I'm gonna watch Wondershowzen tonight for sure. The point is, like, there's so many good shows that they have in their library. Like, why can't they show them?
Yep.
There's got to be a reason for that.
You think he pays, or do you think they pay him? Is it really like it's doing that good?
Oh, another one from Alex. Next in Room Raiders.
Oh, dude. Both were. Oh, that's really good. That is a solid submission, Alex. Yeah, Next was solid. And you know what? I remember when I saw Pumpkin from Flavor of Love. She was on Next too.
Next was, by the way, I just recently watched an episode of Next. It is awful, but I would absolutely watch it if they just threw it up on TV. Like, I watched it on YouTube. Of course, I remember Date My Mom.
Yeah, I kind of remember this one.
But all of these, I mean, obviously we were just watching MTV all the time, but it was great. Yeah. But like, why? The Insta Next.
The second they walk off the bus.
Oh, so mean.
So fucked up.
Where Brady's talking about Yo Mama too. That was solid.
Yep.
It was just an insult show with Wilmer Valderrama from that Fez from that 70s show.
Tom Green show. Yep. Tell the Pig.
So good. So
Dude,
good.
You're right. They need to let us run MTV.
Programming. Can we just get like access to all? Like, we can be like, hey, if you're not going to show these, can we have the library and create our own network?
Yeah, dude. Like, to be, what's it called? Yeah, dude. We need like a classic MTV.
Singled Out. I just saw in the chat too.
I don't remember that one.
You might be too young for Singled Out.
Which one was that one?
Watch an episode of Singled Out and tell me like you wouldn't watch it again.
This is DOGOGBYN. This dog would literally just fly into precarious situations of women in labor, and he would help them give birth.
So good. Do you wait? Can you? Oh, you can't play videos, right? Or you can like just play them on YouTube?
Yeah, well, it depends. Yeah, we can do one. What do you want?
Well, if just call up like a Singled Out, since you haven't seen it.
Okay.
It's a game show. It moves it moves so fast. it's insane that it's like boom, 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 and they get down. It's awful.
Singled
but
Out.
It's also amazing. I think the two. There was always a Chris Hardwick was the host, who still is hosting The Wall, which I also love, the game show. They had two different girls. I think the first was Jenny McCarthy, and then it went to Carmen Electra, or it might have gone the other way.
Okay.
But they had the hot female host to go along with Chris Hardwick as the host. And it was just like, it was a dating show for like, late teens, early 20s people.
1996-ish?
Yeah, sounds right.
All right, hold on.
And
I'm getting this ready.
It's awful, but you're telling me you can't just like remake this or even just throw these episodes up?
Okay, let's see.
And yeah, this is Vegas Bill is the one that suggested this. And when you talk about like Yo MTV Rap, stuff like that, like, yeah, sure. I mean, those things are great too. But
all right, you can see this?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
We have 50 single women. Right here we have 50 single guys. That's right, 100 love-starved people looking for a taste of romance on MTV. Singled Out. And now your host,
just chaos.
Hardwick.
Thank you, Tammy.
Wow, so 90s, bro.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Here's our recipe. We throw 50 guys and 50 girls into this big pot. We let 2 rise to the top. We're just going to dump the rest, Let's get rid of them.
Oh, Pimp My Ride, too.
Oh, bro, Brady. Come on. Do I know Pimp My Ride? Let's go. By
the way, how hot is Jenny McCarthy?
1 in 50 is going to have a chance at love. Are you guys ready?
What's happening? Who's Jenny McCarthy, by the way? Why does that name sound familiar?
She's an 18-year-old
It's actually radio now.
student.
I think she has radio now.
Exactly where she's going.
Didn't the guy?
The ones on a
Didn't
date.
Pimp My Ride get didn't they get like sued or something like that? Because like weren't the upgrades actually like insanely cheap?
Well, I think that and like not really safe for consumption. So like, yeah,
Dude.
that show could absolutely work now. They just narrow it down to like a couple.
Bro, I
Hey.
remember one episode of, I gotta look this up, one episode of Pit My Ride, they put like a 60-pound subwoofer in like this tiny little car. It's like a little coupe, and I was like, how is this supposed to be?
Well, one of them
logical.
they turned like the bed of a pickup truck into like a hot tub. I was like, we can't just drive around with a hot tub in the back of your car. What are you doing?
And you got to maintain that, by the way.
Yeah, of course. It's terrible. God, there's so many great things. We need to redo this. We need to program MTV.
Yeah, they need to give it to me.
Make MTV great again.
Oh, dude, I don't want to look at these. Like, I type in "Pimp My Ride" to YouTube, but it's like all these horror stories. Like, no, dude, I want actual pimped out rides. Like, let's go. I want "Pimp My Ride," the real thing.
Yeah, putting the aquarium in the car. Doug's in the espresso machine in the back of a beater.
Oh, that was a good one.
That is the other thing. The other thing I heard, and this could be completely untrue, but they usually would pick somebody that kind of came from like a bad area, and then all of a sudden throw these like ridiculously expensive looking cars in like bad neighborhoods, and they just get stolen.
It's so dumb.
It's great.
I don't know if that's great.
It's a great story. Whether it's true or not, I don't know.
The episode of Boondocks where their grandfather pretends to be blind, so he gets picked by a knife.
It's so stupid. What is Xzibit doing now, by the way?
I don't know.
Huh.
Apparently, Xzibit Pit My Ride came to Australia. Oh wait, that's not a real one. Pit My Ride minivan. It's ridiculous.
Jesus Christ.
That's so.
I'm kind of sad we didn't get to our ugly NBA players.
I don't know if a lot of people liked that. Did they like that? I don't think they liked it.
We did. That's all that matters.
That's very true.
We'll actually do that next week. We'll tease a week ahead because we have to get photos of a bunch of guys and get them ready.
You know what? Really quickly, do you have anything?
For what?
I got something I want to throw at you.
Okay. Well, there's two things. One, I can do it. We'll do it quickly. But people are asking about the Khamzat Chimaev situation. Have you followed this at all?
No.
He's like the next mega star in the UFC.
Okay.
He fought 3 times. He made his debut on Fight Island. Was so impressive, and he like after the fight, he's like, "I want to fight again next week." So they let him fight again the next week.
Oh, this guy,
was unbelievable again. And then they brought him to Vegas because he was such a star on Fight Island, and he knocked out the guy in one punch. He knocked out Gerald Mearshart, who is actually a pretty good veteran. Knocked him out one punch. So he was basically on the verge of like he's going to be the next megastar in the UFC. He had to pull out of a fight because of COVID a couple months ago, and he came out about 3 weeks ago and pulled out of another fight. And he's like, I can't get over this. Like, COVID has really fucked me up. It's destroyed my system.
Spell his name.
Like, his last name is Chimaev.
Okay.
So today he goes on Instagram. I know they flew him out to Vegas like a week and a half ago to get checked out by some different doctors. And he came on Instagram today and was like, listen, I thought I was going to be a superstar. He's like, I thought I was going to be great. Thought I was going to be champion. He's like, I'm just not going to get over this. Like, I'm done. Like, I can't. So this is where we're going. He's like, I can't get through this. The doctors are saying I'm not going to be able to fight for a long time. He's like, my body is broken down. COVID has ruined me, and I'm done. And so he retired. And then a bunch of us texted Dana like, hey, what's going on with this? And Dana White responded to MMA Junkie, I know, and said, not true. He's not retiring. He's just emotional. He'll be back.
Oh my god!
Like, what are we doing? So this is now 2 Russian fighters because Khabib Nurmagomedov also retired, and they still have the title on him. Like, he's still the champion, even though he's retired.
He just got emotional. He just got emotional and posted that, but he ain't quitting.
Yeah. Listen, it's basically blaming the medication the doctor to put him on. Now, listen, where was his statement up there? It was I just saw it at the top, right?
Oh, his statement. Yeah, I'll get that for you.
Yeah,
right here.
So yeah, he's like, I think I'm done. He's like, I didn't take the belt. It's not the most important victory in this life. May upset you, but my heart and body tell me everything. I want to stay. A big thank you to my team, and a big thank you to the UFC. And the beginning was, I want to say thank you to all of you so much for supporting my journey in this sport. And I think I'm done. So he's done. And then Dana's like, no, he's not. He's not done. No,
Is
if he wants to come back eventually, that's fine. But it's kind of ridiculous to, to just say you're not allowed to retire.
Let me see this. Hold on. I'm gonna switch this tab real quick. Did he post a picture of him coughing up blood in the sink?
I didn't even see that.
Let's see. What is this?
That's a rough one.
This right here.
But don't forget, COVID only affects old people, though, John.
Very true. Very true. What is this?
Uh,
See what I'm looking at here?
Wow. Yeah, that looks like what you said.
Jesus. He's just a little emotional.
Yeah, just emotional. But like, how about even just like, hey, look, we hope he wants to continue fighting, but we support him in his journey. Whatever. No, not retired. Okay, that's fine.
Take the under when security kicks Adam out in 5 minutes.
I got 6.
All right. Really quickly, since we're on this topic, then we do have a pretty good fight card coming up this weekend.
We do.
I am very excited for it. I have yet to dive in and do some handicapping, so I will lend myself to your knowledge at first. But I'll ask you this: best fight on the card?
Well, I mean, I think you stick with Adesanya, just because it's Adesanya, right? I mean, I don't know that it's the best fight necessarily.
I'm pretty excited for Jan and Sterling.
No, me too. But I mean, the fact of Adesanya coming up, and for those that don't know, Adesanya is undefeated at middleweight champion. He is a massive superstar internationally, on the verge of being a big superstar, I think, in the U.S. He's coming up from 185 to fight Blachowicz for the light heavyweight title. So that is a really interesting fight, and that's the main event just because of Adesanya, who can now become one of the rare 2-division champions. Although the list is growing longer of 2-division champions. Amanda Nunes is also on the card. She's defending her title. I don't think Megan Anderson has much of a shot in that fight. In fact, Nunes like minus a $12 favorite. So I don't think that's great. Jan and Sterling is just a toss-up, and I think it's a really, really interesting fight. I think you're right. It just doesn't have like that, mass appeal, I think, that the Adesanya fight does necessarily. But also you got like a guy like Dominic Cruz who's still hanging on, and see where his level is, see what he can do at this stage of his career. Is certainly in the downslope, but a guy who's a former champion who could try to rally. He still thinks he can be champion again one day. So I think there's a lot, but I think you're right in the Sterling Jan fight is there's a lot of interest in that fight and how the styles match up.
I like bantamweight fights. I think if we're rating divisions, I enjoy the bantamweight division the most.
Well, they're fast.
I was gonna say just little dudes who are just like beating the crap out of each other. I still attest to this day the most impressive performance I've ever seen in person was TJ Dillashaw, Renan Barao, the first one. TJ Dillashaw picked him apart. It was so fast and so quick, dude. It was incredible. It's still my favorite performance I've ever seen in person. And I've seen pretty good fights.
TJ was also he's also on EPO, so.
Oh really?
Yeah, so he's almost done with his 4-year suspension.
Oh yeah, that's a good point
for the EPO. So that's part of it. But yeah, I mean, there's Casey Chief. Come on, man. No boxing talking here.
What are we doing? Who cares? Is that a sport? What is that?
Yeah. I mean, they wanted to fight an Allegiant, but I don't think they're going to be able to do it anytime soon. So, I mean, you see Canelo is like a minus 6,000 favorite this weekend.
What's the angle with Nunes? TKO first round?
I'm going to wait to make a pick. I think possibly Megan Anderson she's tough, but she's never obviously faced anybody like this.
Dude,
let me see, because here is the factor with Amanda. Not that she gave birth, but she did just become a mother, and she is like so into that, which she should be. Obviously, she has a kid, but she seems different. So like I'll see her on Thursday. I just want to kind of get a feeling of where her mindset is right now, because like it does, John, it changed you as a person to be a father. Mm-hmm. I don't know how like, how much of a killer instinct she has right now with all of her mom photos every day. So I want to find out like where her mindset is kind of going into this fight. But yeah, this is a good card. I mean, 3 title fights, as you said, and even though the Nunez fight shouldn't be that close, the other 2 I think should be really close fights. A lot of intrigue to them as well. I mean, Jan and Sterling are starting to talk a lot of trash to each other, which is fun.
Good.
There's a lot here. A lot to watch this week.
What's the best prelim fight or early prelim fight we should know about?
Well, like I said, Dominic
Outside of Dom Cruz.
He's the former champion. Song Yadong is a guy. He's got a ton of talent. I'm interested to see like how far he can go with it. I think that there's a lot of power, certainly a lot of speed that he has. Kyler Phillips, he should kind of beat him. I think should probably run through him. Benavidez always has fun fights. I mean, that's a guy. He's headlined a bunch of cards.
It's a pretty deep card. I'm actually this is the first time I'm looking at the prelims. Like this is a really nutty card, actually.
Oh, they stacked it. Yeah, they stacked it. There's no question. So pretty much, I mean, there's been fight cards the last couple of weeks. You've had main card fights where the fighters didn't even have Wikipedia pages.
Right.
It's kind of a running joke in MMA of like, if you don't have a Wikipedia page, like, what are you even doing? But yeah, this should be pretty good. Yeah. I'm excited for this one. Yeah, probably. I mean, Megan Anderson's really talented, but in that fight, that was a weird fight too. So I don't really know about that one.
All right, what else you got before you get kicked out? Anything?
While we're on the UFC, I know we didn't talk about it on the show today, but for those that did not see the story of speaking of Adesanya, his big fight this last year was against Paulo Costa. Paulo Costa is just a scary looking dude. Often accused of steroids, even though he's never tested positive. But he now claims that he lost his fight because of a hangover.
Oh,
so
yeah,
he says he was hungover in that fight. It was a title fight over in Abu Dhabi. He said he couldn't sleep the night before the fight, so he decided to try to drink a glass of wine to make him pass out. And it didn't work, so he had another glass. And then he finished the bottle to try to pass out and go to sleep. And before he knew it, he woke up with a hangover. And, that's why he lost the fight. Now, it sounds ridiculous, and I think it is kind of ridiculous.
It's a little bit.
But we do have to consider, like, this is not a normal fight. He had a 5 a.m. wake-up call. What's up, Connor, man? He had a 5 a.m. wake-up call. The fight was at 9 a.m. local time because it was in Abu Dhabi. So you could see that messing with your sleep patterns and you trying to find a way to go to sleep. Obviously, like, prescription medication is kind of out of the question.
Right.
You can't like smoke smoke weed to go to sleep because you test positive. If you can't sleep, that might be a way to try to make yourself go to sleep, but you can't then drink the bottle and then blame the bottle of wine on you losing.
Right.
Like you really can't do that. But I mean, I don't think it's completely ridiculous. Like I know people have like laughed it off and so like that's insane. But listen, if you have a 5 a.m. wake up call for the biggest fight of your life, it's going to throw your body off. Now, obviously, you should be training. You should be training at 5 a.m. every day to kind of get ready for that. But you also have travel and media obligations and that sort of thing to lead up to the fight. So it's possible that there's something there. I just think it's a hilarious story. And, obviously, Daniel Cormier came out and trashed him today for that. Also, did you see that Daniel Cormier said John Jones doesn't have the power to knock out heavyweights?
Oh, no, I did not.
Jones is like, knocked you the fuck out, bro.
With the shit. God, that's a good moment, too. One of my favorite. I'll have to, for next week, I'll find it after the fight card. One of the best. What's their stupid? Oh, Embedded. One of the best things I've seen is leading up to their second fight, and he's just talking shit. They go to the Today Show, and they're sitting behind the scenes just sniping at each other. And John Jones, they're on like opposite sides of like a group picture. And John Jones is just going across. Daniel, I made you cry, Daniel. I made you cry. And he's like, no, you didn't. Like, he's just like, he's getting so worked up. Jones was brilliant at that shit, man. That was good.
Oh, you saw the first time after they had the brawl at the MGM lobby, right?
Of course.
Yeah, and they were both on a satellite feed, but they were waiting to go on live. And he's like, you still there, pussy?
Oh, dude, wait. We got this? We got time? Can we pull this off?
Of course, yeah.
Let's get out. All right, let's get out of here on this one.
Oh, okay. I am getting kicked out though. So.
Oh no.
Yep. We're yeah. They just told me. So.
You got 90 seconds.
Yeah. I'll just wrap up here.
pussy. Are you still there? I'm here. I'm here. You're just the fakest person. I actually admire that you can actually be this fake. And like when the TV comes on, how you can just change. It's like you're a chameleon. Hey, listen, it's awesome. I'm a professional. It is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. The fact that you're a pussy hasn't changed. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable how fake you can really be. Like you are just such a fucking pussy. God. It is amazing. It is amazing. But you know what? Hats off to you. You got a great PR person because they do a great job with training you because you are just terrible. You're a fucking scum of the earth. You are a terrible human being.
But the best part is, by the way, the best part about this clip is that John Jones is legitimately getting irritated during the spiel that Daniel Cormier is.
Oh, of course.
Like, he's getting genuinely pissed off right now.
God. Of course he is.
Oh man, that's a good one, dude. You should look up the anybody though. Look up the Today Show one as well. It's an embedded. It is absolutely fantastic. Where he's making fun of him, telling him that he was crying to Cain Velasquez's shoulder, and he was telling him, he's like, he was patting your back, Daniel. He was patting your back.
So good.
All right, we're gonna cut it early. Adam's got to get out of there. I got writing to do as well. So peace out, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it as always, and we will be back next week.
Yep. See you guys. Thank you so much. Sorry about that.
Not a problem.
Have a good night.